North Central men's soccer team entering a bout with Wheaton, 4-3 on the season, but 0-1 in conference play. Junior goalkeeper Marco Soto looking to keep the Thunder out of the twine. He's 5th right now in the conference in saves. Wheaton comes in 5-3. Not even 2 minutes into the game, the Thunder are threatening. The entry pass initially headed out, but right to Ryan Melger, who maneuvers for a bit, finds some space, and the shot, too tall, but a good chance early on for the Thunder. Speaking of early chances, Jared Collier with the long throw-in. It caroms off the head of Ryan Powers and up the field. The ball finds the feet of Alexis Flores, who middles it to Gavin Sanchez, and boom! Cardinals with a 1-0 edge, 5.5 minutes into the contest. Cardinals staying persistent on the offensive end. Flores pushes it up front to Powers, but he gets interrupted on the way to the goal. Thankfully for NCC, Steven Abelos is right there, but his shot finds the mitts of goalkeeper Drew Camerano. Tense moments here as Wheaton finds itself buzzing around the box. The header from outside is tracked down by Missiger Wingate, who tries to center it, but the NCC defense there to knock it away, and the second effort, no good either. Cardinals trying to find the back of the twine again as Andy Christensen boots it ahead to Elmer Eng, and he just can't get a piece of the ball before it's booted away by Camerano. To the second half, 3.5 minutes in, and Andrew Wade zips in a free kick. And Jay Squin buries it, ties the game at 1, and suddenly the Cardinals and Thunder back on even ground. Now seems like a pretty good time to mention this. North Central has beaten Wheaton once since 1990. Flores and Powers trying to connect here, but the call dropped, still 1-1. NCC has had success with the long ball, so why not try it again? Austin Lombardi lofts it in, Flores relays it onto Sanchez, and Camerano barely gets a piece of the ball, enough to leave Sanchez in absolute disbelief, and we're still knotted up. Less than 11 to go in the game, and time is ticking. Andreas Reyes centers it after tracking the ball down. Flores puts it towards the net, and Eng finishes off the play. He was not offsides. Wheaton wanted it. They don't get it. And North Central holds on in the final 11 minutes, beating Wheaton for just the second time in 28 years. 2-1 the final. The Cardinals now 1-1 in conference.
It's absolutely huge. I mean, I'm a sophomore now, as we lost to them last year. I was out that game, but it just means everything. I mean, it's Wheaton week. Our football team has a big game coming up on Saturday. And, I mean, they're our biggest rivals in conference. With that Millikan game on Saturday, we just need to get right back on track, and I think we did that. Hey, we were resilient. We gave up a mistake, and we learned from it, and we came back down the field. We shoved down their throat, and we're just ready for conference. So first of all, I was looking at the AR, and I thought it was offside, and then I looked at Elmer, and I looked back at the AR, and I saw him. So I'm like, Elmer, come on, let's go, let's celebrate with the team. And I saw that we have 10 minutes left, and we just need to lock down. So as we saw in the St. Thomas game, we lost the lead a couple times, and we were just wanting to learn from that and just focus on ourselves. I mean, we just needed to be strong on the ball defensively, and we were down the stretch, and it was a great feeling. This team, we can play with anyone in the country, as we showed against St. Thomas, and as we just showed against Wheaton. Wheaton beat one of the top 10 teams in the country the other day, and their only loss, and we're ready for the rest of our conference season. Go back down to Wesleyan next Wednesday, and let's hope we get a good result.
It's a really good feeling. Sigh of relief for me since I've had a bit of struggles putting the ball in the back of the net recently, but it was such a nice feeling having that ball go in the back of the net to get us started off. We've always been starting strong, but we've kind of been struggling towards the end of halves, at the beginning of the second half, to really get going. We really need to take control of the game and put games away rather than let other teams back in the game.
Was that kind of an oh-no moment when Wheaton scored?
Yeah, a little bit, but I had absolute faith in our guys that we'd bounce back and come out with a result, and I was right, and I'm very happy that we were able to get a result against Wheaton today. It feels really good. We had a little bit of an unfortunate showing against Millikan, but after that, with this performance today, we're back, we're rolling, and we're ready to take on our next game. The goal for this team, we're going to the NCAA tournament. That's the goal. We're going to hope to win conference, and we'll see how far we can go.
Winning a conference game in general is always amazing, but when it's Wheaton, that's a special kind of feeling. I could not believe that. I mean, as a freshman, we had beat them in the conference tournament, but that counted as a tie, so I understand that. So for this to be the second time, that doesn't even make any sense. But that's incredible, because I know they've had some really good teams in the past, and they're still good today. So it's really nice to be able to get that win under our belt. We lost 4-1 to Milliken, and that was a huge upset for us because we were supposed to win that game. And we knew that in order to make the conference tournament at the end of the season, we were going to have to beat some big teams like Wheaton. And so to get this win, now we really have a chance to bounce back, and I'm so proud of everyone for that.